Welcome to Tarot Tuesday for the week of August 11th. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. Take what resonates, and if this reading doesn't speak to you, go check out your other two signs videos for deeper messages. So Cancer, we are here in Leo season, your post-shadow, and we've got a lot of energy happening. And for you, you do have Mars moving into your sign today, so that should help you lead from a pretty good space through the rest of your post shadow, which is almost over, so you're almost there. But we also have your ruling planet. There is a solar eclipse on the 12th, so tomorrow, but also technically a new moon, so new moon in Leo. And so this energy is the biggest one of this week, where we are eclipsing self-expression as that way that you just put yourself out into the world, or is it a selfishness where you're taking away from others a bit more? Yeah, so that is the big energy this week. On the 15th, we also have Mercury conjunct Jupiter, and again, just really assessing where is there room for you to expand and grow. Yeah, so this week I'm using the Lunalapin tarot deck for us to look at what's going on for Cancer. I don't know what this card even means. Milky Way. There's a bunch of buddies being a Milky Way out here, because we're all stars. We're all stars, Cancer. And yeah, again, this lunar eclipse is really about, you can be, you know, a full star just like everybody else. Everybody's allowed to shine as bright as they want to, and everybody can work together in a cohesive way, in a communal way, by expressing that individuality. It's just nobody here is stepping on each other's toes, like I talked about earlier. All right. And yeah, so you're coming from a place of the 10 of Pentacles. And I'm gonna say, I don't know why the selfishness part of what I said is coming up, where Cancer, you don't have to come from a place of lack. I do know that right now we're in a place where there is a lot of, you know, things are more expensive than they've ever fucking been, at least here in the States. And so, like, living within your means is harder than it's ever been. But yeah, don't go into that place of full scarcity. We can address it. We can address the things like, hey, if you really need support, you asking is not in that selfishness that we mentioned earlier. That is you taking care of yourself. And so yeah, that's the line between, is this selfish? And no, it is not selfish for you to ask for your needs, Cancer. But yeah, so Cancer, this week for you, it feels like there's a lot of that money, as it's literally the coins that's on your mind. And this card is also about your physical body. So if you aren't feeling well, like, go to the doctor, Cancer. If that is a thing that's coming up for you, if you aren't feeling really well in your physical body, I will say, just because it's been a theme for the last few weeks, is insomnia has been an issue for a lot of people. So things you want to consider, because yeah, coins, top priority for you right now, Cancer. And so you want to think about, what is that way that you feel, I was talking to somebody else about this, where what is it that you do that is your creative self-expression, and like, does it fulfill you? Like you don't have to be financially compensated for that self-expression, but that self-expression is part of us, because once we just become kind of a zombie, a cog in the wheel, then we start to feel drained. But Cancer, this is saying that, you know, sometimes in the grind of things, in the daily grind of things, if things are starting to get monotonous, then Cancer, you have to, you know, enrich that body in whatever ways that you can, which, yeah, so like if you're not sleeping, get some rest, even if it's not at nighttime. I've been telling people about naps. Napping, heat napping especially, great for your body. But also, yeah, on the coins part of it, Cancer, really, like if you aren't feeling fulfilled, then, you know, I'm not telling anybody to like quit their job or anything, but yeah, you can start to look at other options of things, or you can just assess, is this juice worth the squeeze? Is this a fulfilling life that I'm living, or is it time for me to make moves? Yeah. And you come out the Queen of Swords. So, Cancer, your reading for a water sign doesn't have a lot of water in it. It's very practical. You're coming from a place of, okay, my needs need to be met. And even though Mars just moved into Cancer, into your sign, you're going to need to act from places of more rational thinking. You need to get more logical about how things are going. So, yeah, say you want a different job. Don't go from that heated Cancer Mars energy of, okay, screw you guys, I'm going home. Go from a place of rationality of, you know what, it'd be a lot better if I bite my tongue in this moment, and then the second I get off of work, I just start looking for that new job. Mama Squirrel came out for you. Yeah, she's looking for nuts all the time, right? Her and her little squirrel family know that they get fed here. So yeah, they made their most logical move and live next to the food source. So Cancer, yeah, I don't know what it's going to look like for you, but really this week is, yeah, if you aren't feeling financially or just career supported where you are, then make the moves. Don't be afraid to ask for help. It's not selfish. But yeah, those are the things to consider with this moon, is where are you being selfish and where can you ask for help? And it's not, you know, it's not coming from a place of greed. It's coming from a place of need. And like that's kind of where we are right now, is that there is a need for a lot of people to get more support than they are, because things are just getting like ungodly amounts of expensive. Yeah, so that is what the bunnies have for you. I'm gonna pull one more card from this deck, and it's called the Medicine Cards deck. I don't tend to read a lot from it because, yeah, it comes with this thick ass book, and every animal has like chapters that I don't feel like reading. So let's see what we got going on for you. You've got the bat, and so again, triple down on that nocturnal energy I was talking about. So Cancer, this is, again, if you are not sleeping at night, then you have to compensate that rest somewhere else. But also, so the bat, technically, it doesn't need eyesight because it is out at night. It uses echolocation to find its way around, to find its food. And so Cancer, this is saying that you might have to compensate something for here or there. So say that, yeah, if you're having a hard time with money this week, like at the end of the week, the budget isn't budgeting, then yeah, this might be compensating. This might be you needing to find a way to compensate that budget at the end of the month. And yeah, again, because the bats have that help of their voice and ears to help that blindness. So Cancer, this is you figuring out whatever it is that's going to compensate where you like lack. You don't lack, but it's just saying that, yeah, like you might have to compensate for something here or there. Anything that I'm seeing in my collective, at least, is even just in like the childcare, as it's falling on the weight of the parents, and every parent is getting more isolated in a, okay, this is my life. Reach out to another friend with kids and, you know, have little play dates. And so, you know, it can be a swap, where, yeah, some days you're over at somebody's house, some days they're over at your house, and then you're compensating that time, and then there's, you know, different eyes on your kids so that you have time to get that rest that I have been talking about. Yeah, and it's not selfish. All of these parents, as I'm witnessing, are very tired. So, yeah, one day one of them has the kids, the other ones get a break. Other day, one of them has the kids, everybody else gets a break. So, Cancer, if that's what you need, reach out for that support, because right now is a good time for that. Yeah. So that is what I have for you this week, Cancer. I hope that helps. I do hope that you find ways to get the rest you need, while also I'm hoping that the stability is there in your life, the coins are there in your life. And I'll see you next week. Bye.